Why hello boys and girls, looks like we're gonna have another vlog with the Will. First and foremost, I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. Yesterday I was recording a vlog and it actually ended up being like 1 hour of recorded footage, and it was actually so deep and very emotional that I cried during the vlog, and after trying to edit it, I cried during the time I edited it. So I don't think I'm ready to put that vlog up just yet. It is talking about my past, but I feel like I'm not ready to put that vlog up. So I guess you could say from the get-go, I already messed up in 2018, so 2019 is going to be my year. But seriously, we're going to talk about the FGC and the cosplay community. I am part of both communities. FGC, I've been part of it since 2000. Cosplay community, I've been part of it since 2013. And I'm going to tell you from my point of view the comparison between both communities. Keep in mind, once again, this is my point of view, so it might not pertain to you, but there are some that are very similar to me, definitely will understand where I'm coming from, or if they haven't experienced one of the communities, at least they know from my experience what they should do. Now, I'll just start out with the FGC. Starting from 2000, grew up in the arcade era, and there's not much interaction between one person and another person. There's an arcade machine, one person on one side, one person on the other side, and you play and you interact through the arcade. And that's very similar to the consoles, similar to playing casuals, tournaments, etc. So there's actually limited interaction between two people. And I met so many people in the FGC, and I guess it's really not fair for me because I contribute so much in the FGC, especially through World Evolution. I made the forums have over 10,000 members. I travel all over the different states to compete, to meet with people, and of course travel around Florida, casuals, tournaments, you name it. And in case you didn't know, I am extremely socially awkward and I'm very shy. I mean, that's just how I am. But however, I met so many people during the FGC because I don't have to go and talk to somebody. You can set up a console, one person's gonna show up and go, can I play with you? There you go. And you play some casuals and you might talk at the end. And then next thing you know, you're friends with that person. But when it comes to playing casuals, playing tournaments, playing online matches, running my own tournaments, there's very limited interaction with me. I just keep it short and sweet and get to the point. Now with the cosplay community, it's definitely a different type of community. And the one thing that I did was, since I've been with the FGC for over a decade, going on to 17, 18 years currently, I would try to carry that mentality in the cosplay community, and it doesn't seem to work. I had to learn that the hard way. When I first started cosplaying, the only time that I would interact with people if I already met them before, or if it's like a friend of a friend, and then hopefully I was trying to spread from there. So I would meet like a pretty decent amount of people when I first started cosplaying, and then afterwards I would go to different anime conventions. I'm not going to see every single one that I've met, but I'll probably see some people here and there. But then it was really difficult for me to interact with people because I still had that FGC mentality. I'm kind of like socially awkward. I just sit there and I'll walk around, and it's like, the only time I would get interaction if someone come up to me and ask if they want, my picture. Now, if there's one thing I want to change in the past, it would be like when people ask to take a picture, I should right then and there should talk to them. But unfortunately, every time when someone asks for a picture, it was like short talk, like, oh, they'll compliment me and I say thank you and I walk away. But see, that opportunity right there, I should really say something, start a conversation, something. But I didn't, unfortunately. So I've been doing this for years. And again, I try to carry that FGC mentality because that's all I know. That's all I could bring. And I haven't changed, I haven't adapted. And I'm just wondering, is this what's going on? And it hasn't been working for me. There's also meetups with certain cosplay groups, but every time it's always like a conflicting with my schedule because I can't really go all 3 days because I work. So it's either going to be Saturday, Sunday. I mean, I might get Friday, but then it involves me taking like a week off from work. That's the only way I can like go like 3 days or 4 days at an anime convention. So it's either like I'm gonna have to cosplay a group that I don't know what they're about, or somehow go to those meetups that doesn't fit my schedule somehow. So I always feel like I'm always like in such a bad position no matter what the deal was. Now during my time at Holiday Matsuri 2017, again, I try to carry that mentality. Doesn't seem to work. If you remember from my last vlog, I was talking to the salty individual that I played in Tekken 7. He's the only one of the 3 people that I've seen that's part of FGC, but I never get to interact with him. The other 2, like, they have their own agendas, so they couldn't really talk to me that long. But outside of that, I didn't really met up with people that I've known in the past, so it was like me by myself in Holiday Matsuri. You know, I sat there and I kept thinking to myself, like, man, like, I don't know what's going on. I need to change, but is it me or is it the environment? I just simply don't know. Well, maybe I should just go to less cons. And I wanted to go to MomoCon, and that's when I'm going to make my Raiden cosplay from Metal Gear. And I was thinking about Kamiha Con at the time, so I was kind of like 50-50 about it. And then I met this girl who came up to me, took a picture of me, and we talked a bit. She's definitely talkative. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, you know, gotta go bye. And then I just walked away. And then next thing you know, I see her again, and she's just like, hey, you know, are you by yourself? I'm like, yeah. It's like, you know, why don't you walk with me in my group? And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, so I'm like, okay, there we go. You know, I'm walking with a group. But then next thing you know, like 10 minutes later, for some reason, we all scattered. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like with her, and I think a few others, like, yeah, I had to do something. So we're talking and talking. And, you know, and even though I was socially awkward, you know, shy, you know, she was carrying on the conversation, and, you know, she just kept asking me questions so I could, I guess, try to bring out the interaction in me. You know, so I answer them, and I'm trying my best to, you know, keep this conversation going, but it was just so difficult for me. And then she was just like, you know, oh, I gotta, you know, meet up with my boyfriend, I gotta go, bye, you know, and I'm like, okay, you know. So I'm walking around, and I'm just like, you know, man, you know, I'm still just thinking about, like, you know, the whole time I'm there at Holiday Matsuri, I just don't know, you know, what to do. I'm just here alone. I traveled to a Holiday Matsuri alone. I barely know anyone over there. Maybe about like 1 hour later of just walking around, I see the girl again, but she like got out of her cosplay and said, hey, remember me? And I'm like, yeah. So she's just like, you know, hey, you know, you come walk with me. And I'm just like, sure, you know. So I'm like, you know, right behind her, and, you know, she's really energetic, really hyper. And I'm just observing what she's doing. I was just like, you know, maybe I should just like, you know, sit back and see what she's doing. And she was just coming up to people, and she had no care in the world. And she was a little bit intrusive because I think there was like a group there's talking, and it looks like a serious talk, and she came in the middle of the circle. And it's like, hey, let me get a picture of you guys. Okay. It's like, all right, do something cool. I'm gonna record you. And, you know, I guess like the Deadpool in that group was doing something crazy, and, you know, she was really energetic, and, you know, and they're talking, and, you know, they're having conversations and stuff, and trading social media info and all that. So I'm like, you know, you know, I was like, this is interesting. And then we sat and talked, and she's just like, oh, you don't really talk much, do you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm shy. And he's like, oh, you know, I got some friends like that. And I'm like, okay. But then she's like, ugh, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, man, you know, I want to get some Starbucks, but I ain't got no money on me. And I was just like, you know, I'll buy you a drink. You know, it's cool. I mean, I kind of regret it because it's going to make her even more hyper. But I was just like, you know, hey, you know, she's spending time with me. You know, I'll hook her up for a drink. It's not a big deal. Got her a drink, and she's like, oh, let's get grande. You know, it's like, you said get whatever. And I'm like, yeah, let's get whatever. It's like, I don't care if you get venti. Let's get whatever. So she's just like, you know, oh, wow, you know, so, you know, after $10 later spending on freaking coffee, we talked some more, and I was talking to her boyfriend, and boyfriend's like into the videography stuff, and he's really enthusiastic with his work. He's trying to get his work out there. So I'm like seeing him talking to other people, and he's pitching his brand to other people, and they're digging like his work, and apparently he's fairly big in YouTube, so good for him. But I'm just like absorbing everything here. And I know it seems blatant and obvious of what I need to work on. When you're coming from the background, like FGC, for example, and being the position I'm in, and you go try to go somewhere else, the first thing you don't adapt. You just try to carry that mentality and try to make that other community like that other community. And it's not going to work like that. And that's what I've been trying to do for years, and that was the problem with me in trying to get along with the cosplay community. So after being like hanging out with some of the cool kids that I've met, inspiring me to change myself, and I'm gonna try to be a lot more social this time around, to get my brand out there, to get my name out there, to represent the FGC. So after Holiday Matsuri, I was definitely hyped to go to Kamiha-Con. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to put myself in uncomfortable positions and try to get myself out of comfort zone. And even though there's going to be games involved in those conventions, it's not going to be the focal point. So that's the reason, the ultimate reason now to go to these out-of-state conventions. I want to be out of my comfort zone. I want to adapt. I want to be social. And I'm trying to shed this social awkward label away from me. And we'll just see what happens. And I think this is very important because I feel like once I completed my writing cosplay, I'm definitely going to get some buzz. So if I fix my social awkwardness and shyness before MomoCon, I think I got something going on there. And also, this is one of the reasons why I'm making these vlogs too, because I'm trying to overcome my weaknesses in life. I know some of you are thinking like, why are you trying to put yourself in uncomfortable situations? You just be in your comfort zone in the FGC where people know you and you can always have fun every time you go to these tournaments, the casuals, and everything involving FGC. Well, I'm the type of person that I need to push myself. I need to better myself. And like if I'm going to stick to my old ways, I'm not going to evolve. And in order to evolve, you have to change. Well, that's it for my vlog today. As always, hook a brother up, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.